Today is an exciting day. This package wasn't supposed to show up till tomorrow, and it showed up a day early. It looks crappy because I already opened it to check it out. This is the power steering reservoir, which is the last piece. We have all of the fluids and everything that we possibly need back there. We need to grab a few more things. We need to go grab coolant, and we need to grab a plug for one of the plugs on the turbo inlet. We have the rubber plug and we have the coolant. I'll see you guys at the house. Let's get this thing going. Well, I'm already making a parcel run because I bought the wrong freaking mass airflow sensor. I had a 50-50 guess. I bought a 2008 STI mass airflow sensor because I was using a 2008 STI engine harness. So that's what logically makes sense to me. I guess the mass airflow sensor doesn't come off of the engine harness, actually comes off of the bulk harness. And even though I used the 2008 STI bulk harness to merge to my 2001 Forester bulk harness, iWire, as smart as they are, because I'm using a 2007 STI ECU, wired in a 2007 STI mass airflow sensor, which means I bought the wrong mass airflow sensor, and I'm on my way to O'Reilly's, and we're gonna grab another mass airflow sensor. Sadly, the STI one, the 08 one that I bought off of eBay, I can't return, so I can try and sell it locally, but yeah. So that's the plug. This is the new sensor, obviously the right one. Where did I put the old sensor? Put it in here. This was the old sensor. This is the 2008 STI sensor. And this is the 2007 STI sensor. A lot wider. I had no clue beforehand. I guess it was kind of a 50-50 guess. I did what was logical to me, which was wrong, but now that fits. So we're gonna get to work on getting this thing started. So let's go through our checklist real quick. We have to do the cold air intake with the MAF sensor. We have to do the power steering reservoir, which the power steering reservoir, and I know it has a blue cap. That was the only color option they had available. So I know I'm gonna have to paint it or something. Power steering reservoir will probably go right here because the intake will sit right there. Power steering reservoir right here, catch can right there. We already have the hose for the power steering reservoir right here. We have brake oil and oil. We have power steering fluid. We have coolant, which I haven't gotten out of the car yet. We have to put the intercooler on. We have to put one more bolt on the bottom stud on the driver's side of the trans to connect the two wires in the cabin for the oil temperature sensor. There's one more ground on the driver's side, bottom side of the engine that we got to put on. We have to mount the catch can because I haven't just mounted it to the bracket yet. Finished putting the exhaust on, which is one bolt and one hanger. Super easy. I was just missing a nut, so we went and bought nuts. That's kind of funny, right? To drive it, we've got to shorten this coolant hose because it's a little kinked down there. Obviously, put the intercooler and blowout valve on, and this is I have the blowout valve. This is the boost gauge line, which I have all of the T's for that. And we've got to plug that, and then we're done. Power steering reservoir is done. This used to be a mount where these two coolant lines ran to, but because we're not using the radiator that uses those and those are blocked off, we just use the mount for our power steering reservoir. We tried to put it over here first. That did not work because this line wasn't long enough, but as you can see, line there, room for the intake, perfect. Yeah, so the cold air intake I bought was for a 08 STI. The 07 STI MAF sensor is bigger, which means I now have to buy another cold air intake and cut up another cold air intake. My exhaust bolts not long enough, so I have to go get more exhaust bolts. Needless to say, tonight was an absolute failure, so we'll get back to this when I have all the rest of the stuff. Shout out to my boy AJ. We picked up the parent intake. Oh, that means we're still good to go, guys. I'll catch up with you tomorrow, and we're gonna still get the car going. Back for round two, I have the new intake. I got a new MAF sensor so I can return the really expensive one that I bought. I also got longer exhaust bolts. Now the car should go together if nothing else is wrong. Sweet, another issue. I have a tow package on Granda. If you didn't know that or not, I bought it with it. And the exhaust can't swing high enough to connect to the mid pipe because it's hitting the tow package. So I'm probably gonna have to take the tow package off, I guess. Three huge bolts on each side. Oh man, taking that thing out sucked, but oh, we finally have it out. But hey, weight reduction, am I right? We can now throw the rest of the exhaust on. A couple more things to button up in the engine bay, and then we're ready to start. Full exhaust is on the car. Obviously, they don't make turbo Forester exhausts for the left-hand drives, so it doesn't fit perfectly. This is a Forester XT exhaust, but this should work fine until I get something custom made, which I already have stuff at my house to make one. But that's done. We can put the car on the ground, finish a couple things in the engine bay. All right, before we put the intercooler and the rest of everything on, with the car being on the ground now, we're gonna add fluids and let fluids sit in it for a little bit before we try and start it. We also got to crank it over before trying to actually start it so we can get oil through the system. But I want to put some in there right now just to be sure that nothing's leaking. What my motor builder told me, he told me use 10W40 full synthetic with a Lucas oil braking additive. So that's what we're doing. I read the instructions. You're supposed to put this whole bottle in the engine with the oil. All right, put about a quart of oil in before the braking oil because that stuff will seep down lower faster. And I'm not seeing any leaks. We've got all of the braking oil in there. Still seeing 0 leaks. We're gonna go ahead, fill the rest of it up, and we'll probably try and crank it for the first time after we throw the intercooler on. So obviously you don't have the intercooler on, we're just testing it real quick. I have the cam sensor unplugged. It's full of fluids. I'm gonna do one quick more checklist, and then we're gonna try and turn it over. It's still a mess in here because I still gotta tuck some wires, but okay. Okay, disregard the compressor turning on. Sorry that it might be loud on camera. We're gonna make sure these wires are out of the way at the clutch pedal so I don't grab anything. Clutch in. Oh. Doesn't turn over. Well, I'm an idiot and I forgot the signal wire on the starter, so okay. Try again. Clutch in. Oh my gosh. Checked around the whole car. Can't find any leaks after cranking it over a bunch of times to build some oil pressure. So now, guys, we gotta go grab some gas and throw the intercooler on and it's done. Oh, let's do this. Oops. It's the first time this car's ever had 91 in it. We've got the battery tender on the battery because you could hear when we were cranking it, the battery's dying. Obviously, we have to build oil pressure, so I'm gonna fill it with gas, put the intercooler on while the battery's charging. We're gonna try and start it for real. Hopefully 2 gallons is enough to get to the pump because this thing was bone dry. Bone dry. So everything on there. I forgot to mention that I have a Perrin blowout valve, so that's kind of cool. Had to make a new vacuum line for this because the OEM one wouldn't reach far enough, but it's all good to go. We are now tuning the car for a base map, and then we will be starting it. All right, we're gonna prime the fuel pump a few times. And we're going to start it. We'll turn these on. You can watch a couple things. Okay. Oh my gosh, I am so nervous. We have the access port gauges up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Not enough juice. Well, it's getting late and we've tried pretty much everything we can do tonight. We're going to leave the charging pack on there overnight. So that way when I come back tomorrow, it'll have plenty of juice and we'll start it tomorrow. Still same video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a new day. We have the car on jumper cables. We are ready to go. Okay, ready? Yeah. All right, jumper cables hooked up. Here we go again. Fire in the hole. It's got nothing. This thing looks so good. I love that car. Okay, battery's dead. We're gonna go grab a new one. All right, fresh battery. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Well, guys, I am really sorry to say that we're not getting the car started in this video. I really tried my hardest. I've been over there for hours upon hours every single day the past week trying to get this thing working out. And we found out that I was never told that the car needs a matching key and a matching immobilizer, which is what keeps the car from starting. I'm throwing a code for an immobilizer problem, and the immobilizer basically says when you put your key in the ignition to start the car, it says it matches the key and then matches the ECU, and the immobilizer says, okay, everything matches, I'll give you fuel, I'll give you spark, and we'll start the car, that's why I'm not getting spark, is because my key and my Forester immobilizer does not match the STI ECU. I need a matching STI immobilizer and a matching STI key to be able to start the car, and this is the first I'm ever hearing from it. My wiring company never said anything to me. No one that's ever done a swap ever said anything to me. Like, this is the first I'm ever hearing about this, and there is no easy way to fix this in any amount of time. I need a whole new ignition set, I need an immobilizer, I need a key. That's insanely expensive, and I'm pretty bummed right now because I was really trying. So my game plan now is I'm talking to one of my contacts that used to be at that wiring company that I worked through, trying to figure this out because the car needs to be at a show at Gearhead Society, Utah by April 2nd, the Saturday, April 2nd, which is 7 days from now. And I need to find an ignition set, a key, and an immobilizer to match my STI ECU and get everything reprogrammed. And I'm not sure I can get that done in time. So I'm going to really try my hardest, guys. But thank you for watching. Again, I am really so sorry that we didn't get the car started in this video. I was really trying. Hopefully, once I get the immobilizer and everything figured out, I'll make another video and we should actually start the car. Love you all. Thanks for watching again. Bye.